Hey y'all, it's me Trish. I am the witch of the Dismal Swamp. How the hell are you? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope y'all are enjoying the cemetery videos. I got two more I'm thinking about uploading. One of them is 40 minutes long though. But you know I love cemetery, so hey, I was there longer than when I ended the video. I just continued on. And then we went to another cemetery. That person that y'all are going to see or did see in the video with me is a friend of mine. Okay, it is not my husband. He went with me. Well, honestly, he went with me because I would have got lost. He's a truck driver. So he knows how to, maneuver around where I'm dumbfounded, okay? And he's the one that led me to where we went. Okay, so that's why he went with me. Now, I have to tell you though, that area that these cemeteries are in is not the best of areas, I'll put it that way. So I'm kind of glad he went with me, because the second video that we did after I left that one, we went over to see Catfish Hunter. Now, I don't know if y'all know who that is, but he's a baseball player. He was in the New York Yankees, and I think the A's. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a Catfish Hunter expert. But he was in the Baseball Hall of Fame before. I think he got inducted into that before he passed away. He passed away of Lou Gehrig's disease. Okay. But anyway, I said, well, damn, he's not that far from me. So I couldn't figure out how to get to it. And that's where my friend came along. He said, I'll go with you. I said, okay. And it's a good thing he did, too, because he was carrying my purse part of the time. And because it kept flopping down, because every time I'd bend down, because I had my gun in it, and it made it heavy. So anyway, tomorrow's my anniversary, and be 42 years. I'm pretty sure I've been married longer than some of y'all probably been alive. But it's been 42 years. It's like, what? What are we doing tomorrow? He's got a doctor appointment. That's what we're going to do on our anniversary. He did get me something for my anniversary that I wasn't expecting. I'm just going to do a quick show to y'all. He got me a new one. Okay, that goes with my judge. This one does say the judge on it, though. I really was like, wow, okay, see it? You probably can't see it. But it's on the, right here. But this is the Defender. I'm like, I didn't know he was going to get it for me. I'm like, cool, we got one more to go, the Governor. I got the judge, I got the Defender, now I got to get the Governor. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I was sitting here, just thinking, I need to do a video, but what am I going to do it on? So I was sitting here going through this, okay, good old days, revisit it. And these kind of things I love, okay? I like looking at the old ways of things, like old school recipes and stuff like that. And speaking of recipes, y'all need to check out Glennis's cookbook, The Witch of Whitetail Holler. That's a really good cookbook. My husband ordered it, and she sent it to us, and it is an awesome cookbook. It's got some really good recipes in it. So y'all need to check her out and order her book. All right, now back to this. This has got a couple of old school recipes in it, but the thing that I found so fascinating with this book is, let me just flip to a page here, just to show y'all how things are now compared to then. Now this is delivering milk to city homes. Isn't that cool? I think it is. That kind of shit. See, that's the kind of house I would love to own. An old school, old ass house. Let me see if I turn that light on. Would it be better? Can you see it better now with the light on? But anyway, I think this kind of stuff is what, I just love it, okay? Let me show you a couple of other funny things in here. I mean, look at the hats they wore back then. Isn't that neat? I would wear them. I would wear them in a heartbeat. And then you had, you know, your old school cartoons. But, I mean, look at the buggy. Now, I know that some people can still find these today. These old wicker baby buggies. You know what else I think is fascinating? I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen it, but back in like early 19, late 18s, they used to take pictures of the people that they loved deceased, but they made them look lifelike for the photo, okay? I don't know if y'all have ever seen any of them videos to shows the deceased and how they were posed, or they made them look alive, but they weren't. Those fascinate me something. And that and mourning jewelry. It's jewelry made out of the person that died's hair. And they make such pretty jewelry. I love that too, y'all. I don't have any, but I do love it. But here we go. Out for a Sunday spin in 1908. Now, wouldn't that be cool? I mean, look at that house, y'all. That's the kind of house I would love to be in. One of them really, really old houses. If I remember, I don't know. I mean, there's so much here. I mean, you had your bad times back in the day because you didn't have the medical that you have today. And that's the only thing I would not like about living back then, is not having the medicinal, you know, penicillin and all that. Here's another. Look at that house. See, that's what I would love to have, is a big front porch like that. What I don't have. I've always said I want a house that has a wraparound porch. Did I get it? Nope. Look at how these people are dressed. Isn't that nice? I think it is. Y'all like the old, like, 20s on up to maybe the 50s? Do y'all like the way they dressed back then, the way they carried themselves? I think it was so nice. Things have definitely changed since then. Most definitely. But this is an old book that I had found that belonged to my mother and father-in-law. And it was intermingled with the stack of books that they had. And, I mean, look at this. Sharpening an axe on a grindstone. And if you read the article, it tells you how he would go around to everybody's houses and sharpen their axes, but he would get the latest gossip. So when he goes to the next person, he knows what the latest gossip is, and then he would hear more gossip. That's the way shit was back then. They didn't have phones and all that to be going, hey, did you hear? I think it's cool. It was all word of mouth. And then here's a little 2 cents each for these items, y'all. 2 cents for all of that. How cool is that? That's not today, but I was sitting here just glancing through this book, and you know, that's another thing I would love to have, an old stove like that. And instead of, I got an electric stove, which I hate. But anyway, this video is pretty much a random video. There's no purpose behind it. I think the biggest thing is I just wanted to let y'all know about my cemetery videos. And if y'all like them, let me know. I would start another channel just for cemetery videos, but I don't know how to do that. So this is the only channel I have. So if y'all can, hey, I'll talk to my granddaughter about trying to help me start a new YouTube channel for cemeteries. You know, that's because this channel isn't really a cemetery channel, the one that I'm using now, but at the same time it is. I guess you can go either way with it. But I totally love cemeteries. I don't like the newer, you know, I don't like going to those because pretty much all the stones are the same. Okay, they're not handmade. They're not as detailed. Now you get some of these stones that are lasered, you know, with the scene. Those are pretty. I'm not going to say they're not. But I also don't like to do people that hasn't been that long since they passed. You know, because there could be a son or a daughter or somebody, you know, that was close to them still alive and see this video and it make them sad. And I don't want to do that. So I would much rather show older videos, you know, older stones, not videos, but, you know, headstones. I think they're more pretty anyway. And to me, they're history, okay? And I come across a lot of military, and it's like I said in one of my videos, I'm going to look in to see how much it cost to buy a flag. So every time I come across a veteran, I can put a flag. Because to me, that's just showing respect. And, you know, some people might not see that, but I do. My husband is a veteran, so I utterly respect veterans. My father-in-law was in World War II. He was in the invasion of Normandy. So, yes, I respect veterans. Now, as for that, and same thing with some of these babies. You know, a lot of these babies, you know, you go out to these older headstones and it's like nobody's been there in a long time. So I like to read their names so that they are remembered, okay? Whether they're young or old, I still like to read their names so that their names are being spoken. So anyway, I wished I had the money to buy, you know, not no real flowers, but, you know, cheap, whatever kind of flower, carnation, roses, whatever, and put one in each grave that I visit. And a little toy, you know, a little cheap toy to put out for the babies. Or even pinwheels. That, I think pinwheels would be even better, but I don't have the money to, because I go to the cemeteries quite a lot, and I really don't know how much it would cost to buy one of each in bulk. So if y'all know, hey, let me know. And maybe you can tell me a good place to buy, you know, a bunch of pinwheels or flags or a bulk of whatever type of flower. If I was to buy a color of a flower, what color would y'all suggest? What would be the best color to lay at these grave sites that I visit? Y'all can let me know. All right, that's it, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Please be well, be safe. And I'm sorry, I'm just rattling on. Y'all have a good day. Toodles.